Alright, for this one we have another main boom load chart problem. We're just going to go ahead and kind of buzz through this one. So question's asking, so our setup is going to be, let's get my little drawer pin out here. Let's change the color around. Let's do red again. So we got our setup. So that's going to be net capacity, net capacity lifting off the main boom over the front. So main and then front. And we'll draw our little diagram over here. Tip height. So first thing it's asked, we don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about that. Mode B. 75 foot. Main boom angle is NA. Boom radius 60 foot. First option, so we're gonna write our deductions. Write our gross equation. First deduction is auxiliary head. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down here to our deductions page. Auxiliary head attached, 150. AUX head, 150 pounds. So we're done there. That's our other. Pound a foot, just know that our aux rope, we're going to have a line deduction on. It tells us our line deduction for our aux rope is 1 pound a foot. Next one, since we're picking from the main boom, we're not using an extension. That being said, there also is no extension there, so there's no offset angle. So our next deduction is going to be our block. It's 40 ton, 3 parts of line, 40 ton block is 720 pounds. 700 pounds. Also, we're going to come over here and go down to the bottom where our deductions are at. Write our main. And we're going to, how many parts of line we've got? X 3 parts line. So there's a possibility we may have a line deduction. And surmising by what our answers are going to be, we're definitely going to have, almost positive, we're definitely going to have a line deduction because there's 3 parts of line. So it would only take 2 parts of line to even pick the 13,200 pounds. So we know for a fact this problem, we are going to have a line deduction. So this is where our tip height is going to come into effect at. So let's continue. We got a main, so now we're done there. Let's find our ball. There's no ball, so we need to worry about that. Rigging, GGIN, rigging of 650 pounds. 650 pounds. And main rope is the only deduction it looks like we're going to have because there is no auxiliary rope. No auxiliary line. There's no headache ball. Therefore, we can't have an auxiliary line. So we're done with our deductions here. We're going to go ahead and scroll to our tip height. I haven't went and added up all my deductions yet because of the fact that we are going to have a line deduction on this problem. We are picking from the main boom. So we do need to scroll in here and find what our tip height is going to be. So we've got our main boom B picking off at 60 foot radius. We got a 75 foot main boom, which is 75 foot of main boom. Sorry about that. I had to step away for a second. 75 foot of main boom, 60 foot radius. So we're going to go ahead, bring that arc down. And we're going to bring our radius straight up because the radius goes straight across. Or boom, as the boom arcs down, it's going to arc. The tip height is going to lower. And then where those two converge, right there, follow that over to the side. That's going to be 50 feet is our tip height. So we're going to have a 50 foot of tip height. Perfect. So 50 foot of tip height. So now we're done here. We found our tip height, what our tip height's going to be. We're using our radius arc versus our radius plus our boom arc at 75 feet. And we're going to go down here to find our gross capacity. Gross capacity, we're looking at 75 foot of main boom at a 60 foot radius in boom mode B. So scroll down here to boom mode B. So we've got a boom mode B right here, it looks like. And we are at 75 foot. So it just so happens it falls right on a boom length. So that's good. We're not between boom lengths. And we're going to come down here to 60 foot radius, either here or here. Either one we fall across, and we're picking off the front. So over the front, so we have, this is our over the front chart. We're going to be working in here. Don't mess up and go over the 360 degree chart because this is an over the front. Pay attention to that. So at 60 feet, I'm going to follow that across. 13,200 pounds. So that consequently is one of our options, option A. But that's gross capacity. So if you pick that one, you're going to be wrong. We're looking for our net capacity. So we're going to have a net capacity, that means. Or we're going to have a line deduction, that means. So 13,000 pounds is bigger than 12,920, but it would be less than 3 parts of line. So at 13,200 pounds, we need 2 parts of line to make that pick. But we don't need 3. So that means we're going to have a 3-pound deduction. So 50 pounds. That's 1 part of the line is a 50-pound deduction. So tip to ground, it would be 1 times 50 is 50 pounds because we need 2 parts of line to make the pick, but we don't need the 3rd part of line. We only need 2. So what we deduct doing our line deduction is the parts of line that are not in use. I mean, technically, yes, they're in use, but we don't need them to make that pick. So they add that tip to ground, that however many parts of line, tip to ground, footage tip to ground, and times that. So we got 1 part of line we don't need, 50 pounds. So now that's our last deduction. We can go ahead and add up all our deductions. So we got 150 plus 720 plus 650 plus 50 equals 1,570. 1,570 pounds. So we're going to go ahead and put that down here underneath. 1,570 pounds in our gross equation. Now we're going to subtract 1,570 pounds from 13,200, and that's going to give us our answer of 11,630 pounds.